We're there, and welcome. We're so happy to be with you today. It's such a beautiful day. I know that my family in Toronto is looking in.
Do they?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
And they're looking at what's behind you right now
yeah.
with the azure blue sky, and we're essentially outdoors, and it's a beautiful day. It's in the 80s today, and I
Yeah.
know that it pisses them off. I used to wait when my sister was around. You know how you like to irritate your sister?
Do you?
I would wait until the weather was really bad in Toronto, and then I'd call her and say, "So how's the weather?" And she'd say, "Well,
Okay, introduce me and
it's
then
quite-
talk. Yeah,
Oh,
introduce
that's
me.
right.
Remember?
Oh, that's
your
right.
job.
That's right. Here's
Yeah.
my job. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Caroline.
Every so often I forget it. It's my job. Here
Right.
we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the woman of the hour, Suzanne Summers.
Thank you. Thank you. So I was irritating my sister today too, and you like to irritate your sister when
Yep.
she was here.
Yep.
Do you like to irritate your sisters, Caroline?
We don't really irritate each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my sister's I love my sister, but she's so opinionated. Huh, Maureen, if you're watching. We have Gut Renew today, and I have one of my favorite Gut Renews. I like to do this in the afternoon. A Gut Renew coffee smoothie.
Yeah, I have one of those. And by the way,
It's so good. Coffee and coconut milk and almond milk and a little bit of chocolate and ice, and wow, it's a great afternoon pick-me-up. There's a lot of recipes here in the guide, the gut, and then also how to do the 30-day Gut Renew challenge. I've talked to a lot of doctors today. I have a lot of doctors who are my friends. I was talking to my Belgian doctor today. I was talking to my great anti-aging doctor in Los Angeles. If any of you want a great anti-aging doctor, Dr. Michael Gallitzer in Santa Monica. And there's another doctor I talked to today. They all are telling me the same thing. Their patients have gut issues. And I said, well, I have an answer that will really make your gut feel a lot better. Are you bloated? Do you have constipation? Are you kind of dog tired during the day? Do you not look as good as you usually look, and you don't know why? You're doing all the same things, but you just don't look as good. It's probably your gut. There's a big connection between your gut and your brain. And do you know that most of your immune system is in your gut? So when your gut's upset, you've degraded your immune system. And in today's climate, you don't want to have an upset immune system. So we're going to talk today about Gut Renew, which is the easiest way to get your gut feeling good again. And so many people are reporting weight loss. I know that's like the trigger there. We didn't devise it as a weight loss, but do you feel like you're all full up here? I always talk about the gastric sphincter up here where the food comes down, but it kind of gets stuck right here. Can they see me when I touch this part of my body, Alan?
yeah.
Yeah. And as we get older, aging is about worn out parts. As we get older, not only parts wear out, but things don't work as well. It's like, look at your car. Just make an analogy between your car and your body. Your body is so much more magnificent than any car. But the gastric sphincter, which is right here, right between your breasts, can they see me? When I touch
Yes, we can see.
Okay. It gets kind of worn out because look at all the years you've been shoving food down there, and it's going through that gastric sphincter, and then it's got to push it over into the stomach, and it gets into the stomach, and then you don't have any hydrochloric acid in your stomach because you're aging, and so you're not digesting your food right, and then it doesn't get into your intestines right, and then it gets all clogged up and jammed up in your intestines, and that's why you're constipated. It's a journey. Your food is a journey. And Gut Renew helps support a healthy gut. How? Well, your gut, if you're taking something that's helping push the food through, that's got to be a big help too. That makes you go have a good release every day. Nice way to say poop. And then if you're not all in on organics, And I understand, because this is a new concept, but organic is the way to go, because chemicals come in through the skin, through the GI tract, and through the air we breathe. And it's a bombardment. It's just constantly assaulting your whole system. And so when they get into your GI tract, whatever comes on your skin ends up in your GI tract. Whatever you breathe from the air ends up in your GI tract. Then if you're not eating organic food, your GI tract is upset because you're putting food that's been sprayed with poison. Who thought it was a good idea to spray poison on your food? But that's what most people are eating now. I was reading Dr. Mercola today, and he was talking about how in certain areas of every city in America that the mainstay of people's diets are from fast food takeout places. And yeah, it tastes good. See, the reason it tastes good, chemicals are designed to taste scrumptious. When you give a kid chemicals, whether it be fake cheese on a macaroni product or fast food, French fries done in really poor quality oil, it tastes scrumptious. And I know it does. I've had those bad French fries, and I've had all the things that you go, yum, this is good. It gets in your GI tract. It then eats little holes in your GI tract, creating a leaky gut. Has anybody been told by their doctor you have a leaky gut? That's how you get it. It's by the food choices you make. And then when you have a leaky gut, those little bad guys get out into the blood system, and they go through your whole body, attacking your precious organs and glands. And so what this Gut Renew does, it's all the stuff that you haven't had today, phyto greens and gut health nutrients, and I'll read it to you when we get going. But it's not spackle, but I like to think of it as spackle for all those leaks in your GI tract. So, like, keep all the good stuff in your gut so that you can digest and work it through your intestines and poop it out. And it's not working for most people.
You know, our dear friend and one of our great doctors, Dr. Jonathan Wright,
Who's always
In-
right.
in-
WRIGHT.
in Tukwila, Washington.
Yeah.
Tukwila, Washington.
Go figure.
There's another one in Seattle, I think.
Yeah.
He's an eye doctor.
yeah.
Jonathan Wright in Tukwila talked to us one day about transit time. How long does it take your
Yeah.
food to go in your mouth before you release it?
And think about what it has to do, because the GI tract is the length of a tennis court. So it's got to go vroom, 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 vroom. And over the years, your GI tract gets worn out. Aging is about worn out parts. And it doesn't have the motility it had when you were young, where you'd eat it and it'd go through. I envy my cat. Oh my God, my cat. My cat eats and then poops. It just like goes through her.
And then when she poops in the middle of the night, then we hear,
Yeah, she announces it every night. She wakes me up every night to tell me, I just had a great poop. Meow!
By the way, if you want to test your transit time, eat beets at night.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then you will know how long your transit time is.
And I love beets. Do you all know how to make great beets? You take your beets, cut the rough parts off, wash them, put them in a glass dish, cover them with foil, put them, no water, nothing, put them in the oven for like an hour and 15, 20 minutes. And then when you take them out, the skin just peels off, and you've got these almost candied beets. They're so good. And I slice them and I do them raw in salads, or I do them with butter sauteed in the pan. They're so delicious, so good for you, and it's so good for you. Anybody who's got high blood pressure, they always say eat beets.
So-
and I tend to have a little bit of that. Yeah.
So you put them in a glass bowl,
Yes.
rather than a dish,
Yeah.
so that the aluminum foil
Doesn't touch them.
touch.
Yeah, doesn't touch them. And
Okay,
it's
so
got all
here-
this steam that cooks them.
Here's our deal today, okay? And we are making this available for people just to try Gut Renew. You don't have to take the 30-day challenge if you don't want to. But here it is. Take a look at this.
Look at you, Mr. Television. Yeah.
Doing two at the same time?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
It's a two-hander.
Caroline, do you want to explain this while I'm holding it?
Sure. The Gut Renew Superfood Protein Formula, we have two sizes. The regular size is 10 servings, and that is about $50. But today we have a promo code that you can use for 25% off. So if you use the promo code FLAC25, you can take 25% off anything on the website, and that's at SuzanneSummers.com. We also have a value size bag, which is 30 servings, and that is already marked down, and it's marked down more than 25%. It is our biggest value for Gut Renew. So if you want to jump in on the value size bag, it's worth $140, and you can get that home for $99.99, which also qualifies you for free shipping. So we recommend the value size bag, of course, but if you want to try it for the first time, just get yourself one regular size bag. You know, Suzanne was describing, this is 20 grams of organic plant-based protein per serving. You add it to your smoothie in the morning. We have a ton of recipes that you can look at, but it also has those essential gut health nutrients that Suzanne's taught us how important they are: digestive enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, marshmallow root extract, all the things that help support a healthy gut. And it has immune support, and I mean, it's loaded with the best ingredients we could possibly find.
Ginger,
So,
turmeric,
read
sea
the
buckthorn.
comments.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
That's the thing.
It'll
It's
help
delicious.
improve the efficiency of your digestion, and I mean, people love it.
You know, we used to take digestion for granted. It was just there. When you're young, it's just there. You can eat terrible things and just sort of goes, okay, I'm going to go through you. Aging is about worn out parts. As you get older, it doesn't happen like that. And nothing feels more uncomfortable than stuck food. Terrible. You've all had stuck food, haven't you, Alan?
Yeah.
Well,
Caroline?
I grew up with
Yeah.
stuck food.
Stuck
And also,
food.
it's there's some people want to know what the specs are. There's no fat in this. There are, I think it's 2 or 3 grams of carbohydrate per serving, and there are 0 sugars. So this really has what you need to help support gut health and to help you get some really good digestible organic protein. It's a great product.
I've been starting to have a smoothie in the morning, and then in the afternoon I make the coffee smoothie. And by the way, great recipes in the guide here, and it's so easy. You can make up. All you need to think about is you got to put 2 scoops of Gut Renew per person. Then do whatever you want: bananas, peanut butter, coconut milk, almond milk. It's all dairy free. And I started to wonder the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm putting on some weight. And I'm kind of glad and I'm hating it at the same time, because when I injured myself so badly, I went down to 101 pounds. Do you know what I weigh now? 130, and when I stand on the scale, it's kind of going 131, and then it goes back to 131. And it's because for over a year I have eaten to gain weight. 3 times a day. And so now it's like I gotta stop it. So I've started now having a Gut Renew smoothie in the morning. We do have a little breakfast. And then at this time of the day, I have a second one. I'm really liking this coffee one. I think Caroline made this up. And then we have a nice dinner that's all healthy and all organic. I believe in organic. I'm passionate about organic. I don't know why they thought they could spray poison on our food and it'll be okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's like the toothpaste we were showing you last Monday. No fluoride in it. Who thought it was a good idea to put fluoride in our body? Fluoride. Our hair care doesn't have formaldehyde in it. Who thought it was a good idea to put formaldehyde in our hair products? It's like our color cosmetics. Our lipstick has no lead in it. Who thought it was a good idea to put lead in lipstick that we lick all day long? Do you know what lead does when it's in your body? The brain, which is, our smart part of us, goes, I don't know what to do with all this lead. When man was created, I didn't know, there was no such thing as lead, I don't think. You know what I'll do for you? I'm the brain talking. I'll store it in your bones. Then you won't even know it's there. Store it in your bones. Except if you fall, or when you get older, if you fall. And do you know that there's a study out right now? There's a 42% increase in falls this year alone. You know what they attribute it to? Older people are on so many drugs that they get kind of dizzy and not paying attention, and they're falling. And then when you fall, and all that lead is stored in your bones, it releases. Ooh. Now, you know where it goes? The lead goes, you know where I want to go? I want to go to the brain. It goes up to the brain. And now you've got lead in your brain along with all the other toxins you've been taking in. And then when it's up in the brain has to shrink to make room for it. I envision the brain going, no more, I don't want any more. We can, by the choices we make, we can turn it all around. It's not too late, you can turn it all around. I'm telling you, I've never had a product other than ThighMaster that has been as successful as the Gut Renew. It's an incredible product. Everybody who tries it loves it. Everybody I have brought it to as a dinner gift or given it to as a friend, they can't believe how much better they feel. We've had so many of you write in and say, I can't believe how I feel. So it's a remarkable...
I was saying I met a woman at the hair salon today who is a bodybuilder and a trainer. She trains a lot of celebrities, and she said, I have a competition coming up, and I overheard her saying, I really need a new protein formula, and my hairdresser said, oh, you have to talk to Caroline. So we started chatting, and she wanted to know everything about the product, so I was pulling it up on the website and showed her, and she's like, oh wow, I mean, you have incredible ingredients in here. I said, yes, they're amazing ingredients. So then she said, and with bodybuilding, we're trying to get that small waist, and she said, the protein formula that I'm eating right now, it's making me bloat. So, again, this is all, Suzanne's trying to help you get that flatter stomach.
Yeah.
And you don't get that until you get your digestive system in order. And this product, this is just the first stop in your day to put something really good into your system. And I tell you, when you start your day with something that's good for you and it's nutritious and it's satisfying, those 20 grams of protein really fill you up. It starts your day by making better choices, and those choices kind of keep on going through the day. So anyway, she's this amazing bodybuilder. She's now going to try Gut Renew, and she said, oh, I'm going to put this on my Instagram page, and I bet you within a month all of her clients will be on this product.
Wow. Well, because we're all looking for an answer. I feel this is an answer that we can give you that it's kind of life-changing. It really is. All of our products are. I'm so proud of our products. I was talking to someone the other day that I'd given a gift bag to of the coconut oil and the Manuka honey soothing gel, soothing lotion, and the Manuka honey moisturizer. And I gave her everyday cleanser and toner and this whole bag of non-toxic skin care. And the letter I got from her was like, brought tears to your eyes. She said, I feel so good that I am able now to wash my face and moisturize my face, knowing that everything that's on my skin going into my system, because if it's on your skin, it's going to end up in your bloodstream, is good for me. And she said, and the products are so efficacious. So if you're new to our show and new to our website, go to the SuzanneSummers.com and look at the variety of things we have. I'm kind of impressed with myself.
Yeah, and again, the promo code today is FLAT25. Hoping you get that flat stomach. So FLAT25.
Yep.
It's good for anything at SuzanneSummers.com today.
Yeah.
But we're giving you the discount on this 10 serving bag. A lot of you are asking how long does the bag last. Depends on how many smoothies you make with it. So the 10 serving bag here, you get 25% off on today with that promo code FLAT25. The value size bag is an even better value, and you don't need the promo code for that. It's already discounted.
And also, we have immune support that you can put a scoop into your smoothie, and it is an antioxidant support, and it's got vitamin C and zinc. And right now, with what's going on the planet, vitamin C and zinc are like a big deal. So, and then also consider the guide. The guide has all these recipes. Look at these recipes here. Wow.
Yeah, you can buy the program guide, the Gut Renew program guide. You can buy that separately. It has 33 recipes in it, and it has Suzanne's. She explains like all about Gut Renew and all the amazing ingredients. And also, if you're someone who wants to do the 30-day challenge,
Wow.
she explains a very simple eating program. So
I'd
you
like
would
to
take
lick the
2
screen.
smoothies a day. You'd have 2 smoothies a day with that, and then you have a clean, healthy meal at dinner, which sounds kind of like the way Suzanne's eating right now.
It is.
all
It's just for the-
anti-inflammatory.
yeah.
It helps calm everything down and
Right.
get your system working better.
You know,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
lose. I want to lose 5 pounds. So we'll see how I do. I'll tell you, I'm not perfect, and I do have the 2 Gut Renew smoothies, and then I have a clean, healthy dinner. I've cut way back on tequila. But I'm having the coffee smoothie, and that kind of does it for me.
Well, Tara Nova Sale said, I tried the regular bag and it worked. Now I'm getting the value size bag.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. We have the smaller bag so you can just jump in and try
Yeah,
it.
try it.
And once you try it, jump up to that value size because it saves you some money.
Well, we had an interesting visitor today, didn't we, Alan?
we did.
He was a monk for a number of years, and then went into producing in Hollywood, which all monks do. But what was interesting about our meeting with him, and I really loved it, is he's very spiritual, and he lost his wife to cancer 11 years ago, and he said it was so traumatic that he meditated every day for 2 years. And he said, what I learned as a monk is that the most calm part of a hurricane is the center. So he said, what I would do in my mind was I would put myself in the center of the hurricane. He said, sometimes it would take me 2 hours to like calm down enough to be able to hear the voices and deal with my incredible
That's a good
loss.
idea.
It is a good idea.
To visualize that.
That's what I thought. I said,
Yeah.
I find that visually so important. And then Alan told, can you tell the story of the apple? Put on
Okay.
your glasses and come over here and tell them the story of the apple.
Okay.
Don't cry.
Okay. Well, I hope I don't cry.
All right, it's all right if you cry.
Okay.
Women love a man who is okay to cry.
Okay.
But I want you to hear this story. Do you need to readjust the cameras?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think of everything.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I have so many jobs here that, you know, sometimes I
You
just
can do
can't.
it. You can do it,
Okay.
baby. So tell me the story of the apple. It's a
Okay.
beautiful story.
So a couple of years ago, we were invited and went to Auschwitz, and we participated in the March of the Living, where you walk from Auschwitz to Birkenau, which is where they took the women and children. There were 10,000 people on the march from all over the world. It was an emotional experience.
Very.
So I won't go into that. However, there's a story, let's call it the Apple story, where there's this young man who's in Auschwitz, and he has some kind of specialty that keeps him alive, that he's doing for the Nazis. And one day he walks over to the barbed wire fence, and in the distance on the other side of the fence is a young girl. And he motions for her to come close, which she does. And she has an apple in her hand. And she said, would you like the apple? And he said, yeah. So she throws it over the fence. They meet every day, and every day she brings him an apple. And at the end of the war, they don't meet again. He moves to New York, and he doesn't know where she is, probably in Poland somewhere, but he doesn't know for sure. And he marries in New York, and he has a family, gets kids and grandkids, and his wife passes, so he decides to move to Miami. And he has some buddies there. And a buddy one day says, come on over for dinner tomorrow night. He said, there's someone I want you to meet. It was the young girl now a grown woman, who gave him the apple.
I love you. Beautiful story, isn't
Great
it?
story.
I don't think there are any accidents in life.
And I think they married. That's the story. Now, I don't know if it's real. It sure sounds real. And even if it's not real, it's a wonderful story.
It's a beautiful story of the triumph of the human
Right.
spirit. Thank you, Alan. I know that's hard for you.
So beautiful.
Yeah. See, he's not only sexy and cool and cute and all that, but he's got big, big heart. That was nice, Alan.
Thank you.
So anyway, so that was our visit this afternoon, and that was one of the stories told, and I told the story of how I came, the voice I heard that when I was in the hospital and I was so ill and I had been poisoned, and that's how I come up with what I tell you at the end of each show about it's only about love. So sometimes, you know, it's important to tune into your soul and your heart and feel. We are about our feelings. That's all we are, our feelings. I once had a friend in school. His name was Bruce, ironically. That's my son's name. And Bruce had some terrible disease that he, even in kindergarten, he was starting to get very ill. He ended up quite ill. But I was the Queen of the May in kindergarten, and Bruce was the King of the May. And I remember him so well because when he crowned me, he put the crown on upside down. Anyway, I kept in touch with him, and when I was on Three's Company, he wrote me. And I wrote him back, and oh my God, I'm so happy to meet you again. And it turns out his disease had paralyzed him from the neck down. Nothing worked. You know how he wrote me letters? He typed on his typewriter with his nose, the triumph of the human spirit. We have what we have, we're grateful for what we have, and we do the best we can with what it is we have. So those are the kind of stories we were telling today. And then
We're all crying.
we were all crying, and I said, "You have to go now. I have to go do a show." And I'm not in a hip hip hooray kind of mood. So anyway, here's to your gut, and here's to life, and here's
Yeah.
to feelings, and here's to love, and the triumph of the human spirit. We are incredible, incredible creations, all of us.
You know, the idea of trying Gut Renew,
Uh-huh.
and again, you know, you don't have to do the 30-day challenge if you don't want to. That's a commitment, but the results are incredible. I'd like you to, if you're interested, go take a look at some of our archived shows, where do they find them, Caroline?
They're posted on Instagram or Facebook. You just
Okay.
scroll back and
And read the testimonials for Gut Renew. The
Yeah.
testimonials are incredible.
Yeah.
People
well,
are
the
so
testimonials
happy.
Are on the they're on the page right now. They're coming in.
But read some of them.
Comment after comment. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll pull some.
Read what you've got in front of you, Al, while she's pulling.
okay. Let's see.
To
Yeah.
go back before the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
right.
We had moved on. So,
Yeah, right. But you go to the archives. Go to the archives.
Stay consistent. I would love to get my flat stomach back.
Me too. I'm doing it with my Gut Renew. That, you know why when I decided to put on 5 pounds, why did it all go to my belly? It's not fair.
Love the Gut Renew. Tastes so good. I need to order more for me and my hubby.
Okay.
Get on Gut Renew and your system will be back before you know it. My husband puts Gut Renew in his yogurt. He loves it
Oh.
for breakfast or a snack.
Oh, what a good
He's in a
idea.
hurry. He even adds it to his coffee as a shaker.
What a good idea.
It's worth the price. Excellent.
Plus, you can make Gut Renew ice cream. You can make Gut Renew popsicles.
Gut Renew hot chocolate. And then if you're really in a hurry, throw it in a glass of water, stir it up, and bang it down. It's a smoothie because that's the most fun way to do it, and it tastes good. And for me, I take so many supplements every day that the morning smoothie I make a little thicker than this. I put some yogurt in, and I put coconut milk and almond milk and chocolate powder. This morning I put bananas and peanut butter, and it makes it real easy to get all those supplements down because they're kind of gaggy, but they're so important.
So Chris 518 says, I just ordered my Thigh Master Acai exfoliating body polish.
Oh, you love that.
Is amazing. And another Gut Renew. Okay, you're off and running.
Alan loves the acai.
Yeah.
He'll call me and go, will you scrub my back? And, you know, I put it on his back and on shoulders and the sides of his arms. And then when he rinses it off, man, you have the most beautiful skin. It's so smooth.
Isn't that what skin is supposed to be?
Not if you're Irish.
Right.
We Irish, we don't have, you lucked out with the skin.
Okay.
But I got a cute face.
You have a cute everything.
C.A. Harrington said I put Gut Renew in my oatmeal and cream of wheat with almond milk.
Great idea. Great idea.
I stretch, Kevin said, I stretch my value bag by using 1 scoop instead of 2, and my smoothies are small, so it's a great value. So listen, if you're maybe struggling a little with the price and can't quite afford it, that's what some people do. Some people use 1 scoop instead of 2. 2 scoops is where you get the full dosage.
Show them your
that you'll read
smoothie
on
out.
the nutrition facts, but you can start with 1 scoop if you can't quite afford it. Maureen, she said, I started using Gut Renew.
Come over here. Yeah, go on.
Here's the sound of someone who just finished drinking a
coffee,
smoothie.
Afternoon Gut
Yeah.
Renew. Yeah. Now,
It is an expensive product. We really put the best ingredients possible because Suzanne wanted to give you something that could truly help with your gut health.
50
there are
plus
expensive
C
products
minerals.
out there.
50 plus C minerals, including magnesium and zinc, beetroot, carrot, kale, spinach, acai, apple, grape, broccoli sprout, ginger, turmeric, sea buckthorn, Ceylon cinnamon, shiitake mushroom, digestive enzymes, probiotic fermented blend, prebiotic Jerusalem artichoke, triphala blend, marshmallow extract powder, chlorella, spirulina, young alfalfa sprouts, barley greens, wheatgrass, sprouted fermented pea protein, sprouted fermented rice protein, hemp protein, Sasha Inchi protein. I mean, did you have any of that today?
Yeah, and those are all like the most digestible forms of protein.
Yeah.
Organic, plant-based protein, and selected for their supreme digestibility. And it's gluten. The whole product is gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free, soy-free, and it's vegan.
And by the way,
So all your allergies are covered.
you know, by the way, I find it expensive, but the reality is it's not. It boils down to like $3 a smoothie. There's a local store where we live, and they make smoothies, and they make the Suzanne Summer smoothie that she
Right.
created, I don't know, 20 years ago.
How much is that one?
$12.
$12.
And they're all
Now you get all these greens and
they're all
everything.
between $9 and $12.
Yeah.
And
God,
Gut Renew
everything's
is
so
like
expensive.
$3.
Life is so expensive right now. Wow.
I know.
So Mary Strupa said, most protein bothers my stomach. This does not. Jan said, I love this product. It's changed my life. Francesca said, this product is so good. It sells itself.
Great.
And
Great.
Gail said, you can either lose your GI tract or take this. She said she doesn't think it's expensive at all.
No.
Does Gut Renew work with a keto diet?
Yeah.
It depends on what you blend it with. So the formula itself is no sugar and only 3 grams of carb and 20 grams of protein. So you just have to blend it with ingredients that work with your program.
And I find there's a sweetness to this. I just don't crave sugar. Why did I put on 5 pounds? I don't know. But I'm going to get rid of it. I'll show you my
Yeah.
stomach in a couple of weeks.
When you
You
consider
will.
this as a meal replacement, $3 a serving is pretty economical. You're gonna
Yeah.
whatever you add with it, you'll
Right.
add to the cost of that. But it's just a really healthy, delicious way to do something good for digestion. And
Right.
people, wow, do they talk about how much better they poop when they take
It's all
gut
about
Even
poop.
One smoothie a day.
Yeah.
People look at me and go, I had no idea how much more I could be pooping. It's like, it's kind of a revelation.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
And what feels better?
You know, it'd be
What
interesting.
feels better, huh, Al?
Nothing feels better than, well, there are some things maybe. You know, it'd be interesting to measure your transit time by eating beets at night
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
before you start on Gut Renew,
Yeah.
and then measure your transit time after you've been eating Gut Renew for, say, a month. Be really interesting.
When you eat beets the night before, it's kind of shocking in the morning. You go, oh my God.
But that tells you how long it took.
Yeah.
You know, you have to track it. You got to write down what time it is.
Right. Right.
And track your transit time. I mean, it'll tell you a whole lot about what's going on inside your body. The other thing is,
Terry Ann said I lost 28 pounds
Huh?
on Gut
Wow.
Renew in 90 days.
wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Terry, tell us what you did and what you didn't do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, the
Life is a flow. It flows through
You know, the
you and out of you.
testimonials, that really does it. You know, we're marketing Gut Renew.
Right.
So people should wonder if everything we say is accurate. Okay, don't believe us. Take a look at the testimonials. The people who actually use it,
Yeah.
who have succeeded with it. It's rare when we get a negative comment. Okay,
Yeah, and like Francesca said, I only lost 5 pounds, but my stomach has never been this good in 30 years. So
That
and
says a
again,
lot.
Who doesn't want to lose 5 pounds?
Right.
Just by adding a smoothie. So, you know, again, we can't guarantee that you'll lose weight. Weight loss will vary. Your results will vary. But read these comments. You've got a lot of people here who have just had great experience.
I so appreciate you all writing in these comments. I so appreciate you coming to the shows 2 and 3 times a week. It's very meaningful to me, and I hope that there's a nice takeaway every time you come. I always try to leave you with something that is food for thought. And today it's your gut.
okay.
Yeah.
So Sarah Doxson says, Suzanne, if I drink Gut Renew, will I turn into Claudia Schiffer?
Claudia who?
Claudia Schiffer, the famous model.
Oh.
Supermodel in the 80s.
See it in your mind's eye and it will happen.
That's right.
Yeah. Everything you know, really.
The rule of intention.
Yeah, the rule of intention. A lot of what I attribute to success I've had in my life, and I've had some great successes, is that I always see it. I saw it when I was a little girl. I remember, my childhood, and I remember I used to see in my mind's eye, as a little girl, I didn't even know what I was thinking about, that I was on a big stage, and I was the big star on the big stage, and my mother would be sitting in the front row, and she was finally proud and happy because she had such a very, very difficult life with my father, who had a terrible alcohol problem. I love him. I loved him then.
He was violent.
He was violent. And he did stop after 45 years, and he did apologize, heartfelt. There's nothing more healing in life than a true, heartfelt apology. When someone looks you in the eyes and I am deeply sorry and means it, it's over, isn't it?
I don't think he would have sobered up if your mother had not joined Al-Anon.
She joined
Because
Al-Anon.
because he used to tear the house apart at night and go hunting for you guys
Yeah.
who were locked in a closet.
What
And
alcohol makes
Then he'd throw
people
food
do.
out of the refrigerator all over the place, and then he'd pass out and throw up, and your mother would clean up and get him into bed. And when she stopped doing that,
Yeah.
and
Al-Anon
just
said,
left
leave him there.
just left him there,
Yeah.
that's when he decided to sober up. So if any of you
And
are
kudos to him.
any,
You know, most alcoholics don't sober up. Most alcoholics die alcoholics. He had another 20 years of his life where he was sober. And I'm so happy that I found forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. And when he died, I felt sad. And I appreciated that because of his disease, it toughened me up. And I always, all my career, I've always felt if I could survive that, I can survive anything. So,
You survived the first 10 years of our relationship.
and
so
so
did I.
did you. And so did you.
Right.
I had some
Well,
bad
they
habits.
say we marry someone to work out whatever our issues.
Yeah, when you choose right.
To get it right.
Yeah.
You know, you work it out and
Yeah.
get it right.
Yeah.
Here's a really nice comment from
What?
Karen Verlerga Soul. My husband and I look forward to your shows because we trust you. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that.
I
And
so appreciate
Snook,
that.
Snook Ruth said, "Hello, Gut Renew is awesome. I look forward to my smoothie at least every morning. I'm adding the black drops too.
Yeah.
Noticing much energy as well. Thank you for the product, your information and research, and most of all, your inspiration, Suzanne."
Thank you. I've found I've been putting in my morning smoothie the dropper full of the black drops. What a great way to get your minerals. I always say those black drops make up for having to take six or so capsules of minerals. And like anytime I can get rid of any supplement capsules, I'm so glad, because like I said the other day, I wish I could figure out how to make every one of our supplements liquid, but it's not possible in most cases. But the black drops are humic, and humic are where all our minerals come from, and it's kind of a miracle. You'll see a lot of ads now on FaceTime. I see that they're advertising a lot for black water, which is a drink that you can drink down. But we've got the actual concentrated drops that you just like put a dropper. It's tasteless. It's black, and it doesn't turn your mouth or your teeth black. It's absolutely tasteless. You're getting all the great minerals and nutrients that come from degraded soil, and that is loaded with the right fungi and things like that.
Hey, Alan.
Yeah.
Deborah Luce Kelly said, "How do you order her products?"
Well, you go to SuzanneSummers.com, and there it is.
What are
You
those
can-
2 sheets you have right there?
Okay.
Today we have a promo code, guys. It's FLAT25 for 25% off everything at SuzanneSummers.com, and that means you can get this bag of Gut Renew, the 10 serving bag. It's usually $50. It's going to be marked down to $37.50
Yeah.
with that promo code. The value size bag is 30 servings, and that one's worth $139.99. It's already marked down to $99, so you don't need to use the promo code for that. But if you want to jump in and get those black drops that Suzanne was talking about, also 25% off today.
Yeah, those are
Flat
great.
25.
The other thing I found about having a smoothie in the morning is it fills me up. It fills me up until now, and then when I have this, like I made another roast chicken today. That's in the oven right now. And I've been drinking this, and I'm kind of full. I probably should have had it an hour or so ago, but I wanted to have it in front of you because it's so good. It's
But it helps you not overeat your dinner.
me. Do you think I overeat, Caroline?
No, you and I are hungry women.
I'm a hungry woman. Yeah.
I feel like, your body makes something called leptin that's supposed to tell you when you're full, and I don't think my body came with leptin.
Yeah, me
God
neither.
gave me a lot of gifts, but he did not give me leptin. So
I know.
Hungry. I get hungry.
Yeah, I do too. Alan used to call me Mr. Ed after the series when I was a kid about a horse who just ate and ate and ate. I do. Okay, here's
Okay,
the recipe.
so I here Kim Lafleur said black drops are sold out. When do you get more stock? They have been sold out for several days.
Oh, really?
They're on the way. I mean, it's going to be a day or two. They're just on their way to the warehouse.
They're probably
Okay.
in some truck somewhere.
Yeah.
Coffee banana cream, unsweetened.
Donald
Unsweetened.
said I lost 11 pounds in 30 days.
Oh.
And I ordered another 30-day supply of
Oh.
Gut Renew. I love it, and
Oh.
it's making a big difference.
Oh. Well, here's how we made my coffee banana cream today. Almond milk, unsweetened, 4 ounces brewed coffee, half teaspoon coffee grounds, a banana, Gut Renew, and 3 to 5 ice cubes. So good.
Okay.
And it gives you a little pick-me-up, too, in the afternoon.
Every so often you meet someone who inspires you,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Well, I haven't met this person personally.
Oh, you've been looking at him all day
But he
today.
has inspired me, and I'm going to do this. Take a look
Okay.
at this guy.
Okay, and then you can do it right out here when you learn how to do
Okay.
it. Do you have
Me-
skates?
Let him get him. Let him get it. Oh, there he is. Okay, take a look at this.
Here's Alan's hero. Can you see it on Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, look at your fancy camera
Look at
work.
that guy.
Yeah,
He's got a white beard, so obviously, he's no spring chicken.
yeah,
But look at him. Is
Yeah.
that not incredible?
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
going to do that.
Are you? Okay.
I am.
You know, if you decide you're going to do it, you will do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. The brain believes everything you tell it.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
How inspirational is that? And he's having fun. He loves it.
yeah.
He's in great shape.
And in a way, that's kind of how you dance.
That's true.
Not with skates.
Yes, and he didn't just pick this up and start doing it right now.
No.
This is a skill that he's built on and has
Probably
been
his
doing
whole
for
life.
Many, many years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alan said today, I'm going to do that. And
Now
I
that
said,
both of you have, now that you guys have 4 good hips,
yeah.
I would
Again.
love to keep you off the roller skates.
Yeah,
Just saying.
it's exactly what I said to Alan today. I said, I don't feel good about the roller skates, but you have the ability to move like that.
Yeah.
And maybe you could do this without roller skates and do the Al Hamill version of it.
It's true because he dances. You dance like this guy skates.
Yeah, doesn't he?
That's
yeah.
true, I
That's
do.
probably why you took to him.
Wow.
Well, we're coming to the end of the show now, and I'm going to go out and make you that. Well, it's all made. Take the roast chicken out of the oven, and I've heard from so many of you who've made my roast chicken. You know, I do it once a week, and the reason I do it once a week is I love the dinner. But tomorrow I will make that great stock, and then I'll take the leftover chicken and make great chicken salad. And there's so many meals you can make from a roast chicken. When Bruce went off to college, that was the one thing I taught him. I said, I want you to buy a whole raw chicken every Sunday, and here's what I want you to do. And I taught him the whole thing. And he used to call me from college, go, oh, Ma, you should taste my stock. And so that's my boy. That's your husband.
That's him.
All right.
He wooed me with those meals.
Did he? Oh, that makes me so happy. You know, it gives you a lot of confidence if there's one meal you can make that you know is going to kill. And that roast chicken is that meal. I've had so many of you write to me and tell me you made that chicken. It makes me happy.
Well, I used to cook dinner for you every night.
You in the beginning, because I didn't have the confidence to cook for you until one day I said,
No, but it was, I was living on the houseboat
Yeah.
in Sausalito,
Yeah.
and you were living up on the hill.
yeah,
And after you'd put Bruce to sleep every night, and
and rub his back and read him a story.
and then that great woman would come.
Shirley, with the bells on her ankles.
bells around her
Yeah.
ankles. It was the 60s and early 70s in Sausalito. And you'd come down to my houseboat,
Right down the hill.
and I would cook dinner for both of us, and
Yeah.
we'd watch the moon come up over the Golden Gate.
We had a good time.
That was great.
We had a good time. But I remember the first meal I made for you. Do you remember it?
I do.
What was it?
It was quail,
Mm-hmm.
and then for dessert, it was the greatest. I think it was the very first chocolate souffle I had ever had in my whole life, with chocolate sauce and ice cold whipped cream.
Yep. You never
And you
forgot
fed it to me, and I
Yep.
thought, I'm not going anywhere. This is it. This is it for me.
Lucky me. What a thrill it is to be able to eat good food, and how lucky we are that we have food. I am so grateful for the food that we get to eat. I'm so grateful for all of you. You mean so much to me, and I mean that. Because we're all on the same page. We're all thinking the same way about life and health and love. And remember, it's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.